By taking care of yourself physically, you are giving a gift to the people in your life. You need to avoid breaking down and being incapable of continuing with your responsibilities. That's the bottom line. It's like car maintenance. You can't continue to push your car without ever taking it to the shop. It's better to have regular maintenance. A little bit often is better than every once in a while, like throwing a whole bunch of money at your car, right? Everything breaks and you take it to the shop and you have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars. Probably better to do the tune-up and the oil change on a regular basis so you don't have to do that. Often we struggle to do what we know would help us feel better. That is a self-worth issue. People completely forget, and they might forget for months or even years that they even have a body, right? And suddenly they're like, oh, everything hurts, and I'm tired all the time, and I'm snapping at my kids, and my job performance has gone down, or I'm burnt out. Don't go there. Just do your regular maintenance, do your tune-ups, do your oil changes, do something, and let that be enough. The only reason people give me for leaving the membership is that they didn't have time to take advantage of all that is offered. You're not supposed to take advantage of all that is offered in the Compassion Club. That would be overwhelming. A lot is offered so that you can make individualized choices. You can customize the membership to your unique needs. If you joined a gym, they have cardio classes, and they have strength training, and they have weights, and they have a swimming pool. If all you did is show up twice a week and swim, that would be amazing, and probably you'd feel good, and that would be meeting your goals. If you went to one class a week, you would be like, that class gives me so much energy, and it's so fun, and it makes me feel really good. So it's totally worth it. It's working for me. And I don't need to also be using the cardio room and the weight room and take every single class on the schedule. It's not expected. It's not even desirable to do that. We meet 3 times a week live because people need choices, not because there's any expectation that you show up live 3 times a week. Now, if you're not able to do anything, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Maybe it's that you don't really want to do yoga, but then you signed up for a yoga membership. Yeah. Maybe it's that the way I'm teaching isn't resonating with you. If you'd rather go and do different yoga, or if you'd rather do something else for your body, if you decided that online is no longer appropriate for you, please, you have my blessing and my encouragement to go and find yourself an in-person yoga class in your community. I love that, and I'm so happy for you. If you like working with me, if it's really a matter of time, then it might take a reframe. There are 2 reframes here. One is you don't need to do everything. So, for example, if you did one 30-minute flow class a week, put it in your calendar at a time when you have 30 minutes. Someone's doing a puzzle next to you or climbing all over you. It is better than nothing. Parenting, responsibilities and needs change over time. But don't wait until your kid is grown or your kids are somehow being cared for by someone else before you take care of yourself. Do something. Keep doing something. Maybe that's worth it for you to stay in the membership. There are those who can only come on Saturdays. They work during the week. Great. If that works for you, stay in the membership and stay connected to your body. The other side of this is, if you're actually doing literally nothing, are you taking care of yourself in a different way? Something else is meeting your self-care needs. Great. Wonderful. Maybe you don't need the membership. The final thing is, you're doing nothing to take care of yourself, because your child needs you all the time or because your work is so stressful. It's not sustainable. You've got to find a way. You've got to find a way to get some support, to carve out that little bit of time and to know that it doesn't have to be a lot of time and it doesn't have to look a certain way. Let's talk about taking ownership of your relationship with time. Consistently doing something to reconnect with your body, your mental health is really important. By putting that off or shoving it to the side or saying that it's not worthwhile or that you don't have time or you can't make the time, when health and well-being are compromised, nothing else really matters. Like anything in your lifestyle, any support you can give your family or anyone else is going to go down the drain. By taking care of yourself physically, you are giving a gift to the people in your life. So it might just mean that you need to start advocating for yourself more. And yes, I know there are systemic issues around this. Maybe you can't afford a babysitter. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you're working 2 or 3 jobs. But there's got to be some way that you can find those moments to touch back in with yourself, if nothing else, because you need to avoid breaking down and being incapable of continuing with your responsibilities. It's better to have regular maintenance on a regular basis. You know how you feel after you've done just a little bit, like just pause for a moment, take a couple breaths, or you do a couple stretches. It doesn't have to be a lot. But if you do want my support with it, then don't try and go it alone. It's going to mean you'll end up doing less. What happens often is that people completely forget, and they might forget for months or even years that they even have a body, right? And suddenly they're like, oh, everything hurts, and I'm tired all the time, and I'm snapping at my kids, and my job performance has gone down, or I'm burnt out. Don't go there. Just do your regular maintenance, do your tune-ups, do your oil changes, do something, and let that be enough. And I want to offer you a couple of thoughts that maybe you can replace the other thoughts with. So these are the thoughts that I've heard a lot. I can't make it to the live classes because of my schedule, so it's not worth it, or I'm not optimizing the value because there's so much in there. I don't have time, or the way that I'm available to experience this membership isn't good enough right now, so I'll come back later. Those thoughts might get in the way of taking care of yourself or meeting your goals. Here are some alternative thoughts. This membership is a place where I feel seen and safe. No one is judging how often I show up. I can create simplicity and ease with a weekly rhythm. I get what I need in this membership, and my needs can be different from other people's needs. This community cares about me. That is really true. We are encouraging each other. A little bit of self-care more often is more helpful than a big workout or a spa day once in a blue moon. It doesn't have to be fancy, as long as what I decided that I need. I can put the meditation in my ear on my commute. I can ask for help. Speak up for what you need. It's a practice. Asking for help, advocating for yourself. I can carve out a time before work or on my lunch hour or after putting the kids to bed. I don't need to do the whole practice. In fact, if I want to, I can skip to the end for relaxation. Just the act of checking in with my feelings and needs is a win that I can celebrate with my community. The community is there when I want to ask for encouragement, share a win, or a laugh. I can use this membership to fulfill my own self-care needs. We talk a lot about purpose in the Compassion Club, and invite you to return to your purpose and decide what is going to help me to fulfill my purpose. And if yoga with me is a part of that, then find a way. Sometimes there's something underlying the avoidance It doesn't feel like avoidance. It really feels like we don't have enough time. I get it. I've done this too. I'm so busy. I don't have enough time. I don't have time to do a practice. I don't have time to take care of myself. But underlying that is something else. There's this self-worth issue that if we're not being productive, then somehow we're not worthy. Or if we're not showing up in a certain way, then it's not worthwhile, or we don't deserve to continue. And often we struggle to do what we know would help us feel better. That is a self-worth issue. If you wait to finish an important project before taking care of yourself, you put yourself on the back burner, or you put someone else's needs always in front of your own. And it's just become a habit. I don't say this to scare you. I say this to hold a mirror up. Burnout takes a long time to come back from. Injury takes a long time to come back from. I really challenge you and invite you to look a little deeper at what's happening. You're not alone if you're having self-worth issues. If you set an intention to practice and then you feel like there's not enough time, have you really prioritized your self-care? Have you put it in the calendar? Have you made it clear to others in your life that this is important? And if not, why not? Is it uncomfortable to advocate for yourself? You're worth it.